When a criminal commits a crime, it's natural that they will be punished. Even the world's most notorious criminals would not disagree with that. In most cases, punishment is served through a fair trial. But does justice always prevail? We have seen many innocent people around the world suffer punishment for crimes they never committed. One of the main forms of punishment for criminals is imprisonment. In modern times, prisons have been given a new name: correctional facilities. The idea is that a prison should be a place where criminals not only serve their sentences but also get the opportunity to reform themselves. But what happens when the prison itself is devoid of basic human rights? In such a place, can a criminal ever truly be reformed? There are prisons where inmates become even more dangerous criminals inside, and today's report is about such prisons. So, let's take a closer look at some of the world's most inhumane prisons. At number 1 is the San Juan de los Moros Prison, Sabaneta Prison, located in Venezuela. Since early 2019, Venezuela has been in the global spotlight as the country's economy collapses and citizens take to the streets in anti-government protests. However, Venezuela's law and order situation had deteriorated long before that. A 2015 survey revealed that the country had the second highest homicide rate in the world. This statistic alone shows how fragile Venezuela's law enforcement system is. Naturally, the prisons there are severely overcrowded, housing far more inmates than they can hold. Because of this, Venezuela is infamous for having some of the world's most chaotic and lawless prisons. Nearly 80% of the country's prisons are beyond police control and are instead run by violent inmates and gang leaders. Among Venezuela's many notorious prisons, the Sabaneta Prison is considered the most terrifying. It was originally built to hold only 700 inmates, but currently houses more than 3,700 prisoners. You'll be shocked to know that for every 150 inmates, there is only one guard. As a result, fights and bloodshed among prisoners are common, while the prison authorities remain silent spectators, watching everything from behind iron bars. At number 2 on this list is Rikers Island, located in New York, USA. Rikers Island is the third largest prison complex in the United States. It mainly holds short-term convicts or those awaiting trial. Yet, despite this, it has earned a reputation as one of the most infamous prisons in America, and even in the world. What makes its inclusion in this list even more tragic is that most of its inmates are minor offenders, held only temporarily. But due to the brutal conditions inside, many end up suffering punishments far greater than their crimes deserve. The most horrifying aspect of Rikers Island is that the guards and officers themselves are often more violent than the gangs inside. Under the name of discipline and correction, inmates are subjected to extreme physical and psychological abuse. In 2009, the New York Times published a report stating that within just 2 months, 7 lawsuits were filed by inmates' families against prison authorities for physical assault. After this revelation, Rikers Island came under heavy public scrutiny. Again, in 2013, another New York Times report exposed that over 100 inmates had been hospitalized due to injuries sustained inside the prison within a single year. However, the most horrifying face of Rikers Island was revealed when CCTV footage surfaced showing the brutal torture of Kalief Browder. Kalief Browder was just 16 years old when he was accused of stealing a backpack. While awaiting trial, he was sent to Rikers Island, a decision that would destroy his life. The leaked footage showed Browder being beaten mercilessly, sometimes by prison guards and sometimes by gang members, without any provocation. After enduring such violence for a year, Browder was placed in solitary confinement for allegedly violating prison discipline. He spent 2 more years in isolation, during which he attempted suicide multiple times. After 3 years, all charges against him were dismissed, and he was released. But the trauma and torture he suffered could never be undone. No court in the world could ever compensate for what Kalief Browder went through behind those walls. At number 3 on this list is Bangkok Prison, located in Thailand. This prison is infamous around the world for its brutal punishments and inhumane treatment of inmates, often for minor mistakes or no reason at all. It is Thailand's largest prison and houses some of the country's most dangerous criminals. Established in 1930, the prison was originally built to hold 3,000 inmates, but today it holds more than 8,000. Most of the prisoners here are serving sentences of 25 years or more, while around 10% are on death row. Many of these inmates spend their days with iron shackles on their hands, feet, and even around their necks. And in Bangkok prison, those shackles have a deeper meaning, a form of psychological submission. New prisoners are forced to wear heated iron chains for the first 3 months as a part of their initiation, due to the overcrowded conditions. Bangkok prison is also one of the most underfunded prisons in the world. Although the government allocates a certain budget, a large portion of that money reportedly goes into the pockets of prison officials, leaving almost nothing for the welfare of the inmates. As a result, prisoners live in inhuman conditions, surviving on the bare minimum. They are given only one meal a day, usually a bowl of rice and soup. If they want more, they must buy food from the prison canteen, but not everyone can afford it. Those without money are forced to do hard labor to survive. Among the many horrifying aspects of this prison, perhaps the worst is the violent behavior of the guards. No one is spared, neither men nor women. There are even reports that a pregnant woman suffered a miscarriage after being beaten by guards. At number 4 on the list is the Patak Island Prison, located in Russia. This prison lies in the Vologda region, right in the middle of the White Lake. It is considered the most secure prison in Russia, housing the country's most dangerous and ruthless criminals. Often referred to as the Alcatraz of Russia, Patak Island Prison shares a chilling similarity with America's legendary Alcatraz, which is also built on an isolated island. However, despite its security level and isolated location being comparable to Alcatraz, in every other aspect Patak Island Prison is far worse. Patak is often described as the most inhumane prison in the world. Here, inmates are allowed outside for only 1.5 hours a day. The rest of the time, they are locked inside tiny, birdcage-like cells, dark, cramped, and suffocating. In such isolation, prisoners are permitted to meet only twice a year, and even then, they can see no more than 2 visitors at a time for a maximum of 10 minutes. They are allowed to bathe only once a week, and that too must be finished within 5 minutes. 2 people are forced to share an extremely small cell, barely large enough to stretch out. Days turn into nights in these oppressive conditions, slowly driving the inmates into severe psychological depression. At number 5, and the final entry on our list, is USP Florence Admex, located in Florence, Colorado, USA. This is America's most secure and technologically advanced prison, built specifically to hold the nation's most violent, dangerous, and unmanageable criminals, those who are too risky to be kept anywhere else. Often referred to as the Alcatraz of the Rockies, USP Florence Admex is home to some of the highest profile inmates in the United States. Despite housing some of the world's most cunning and resourceful prisoners, no one has ever escaped from this facility. The security system is so extreme that even the most calculated criminal loses all sense of direction once inside. Prisoners cannot even determine their exact location, as their cells are designed with windows only 4 inches wide, allowing almost no view of the outside world. The Florence Supermax prison stands as a symbol of absolute control, a place where freedom ceases to exist, and time itself seems to stop. There is yet another prison on this list, one even more inhumane than Patak, and that is USP Florence Admex. Here, inmates are allowed outside their cells for only 1 hour a day. Each cell is designed for a single person only, meaning prisoners spend 23 hours a day in complete isolation, without any human contact whatsoever. Even during their 1 hour of outdoor time, inmates are not allowed to speak to more than one person at a time, and constant surveillance ensures total control. According to the prison authorities, the goal of this facility is not physical punishment, but psychological domination, to break the will of even the most defiant prisoners. Because of its extreme secrecy and tight restrictions, very little information about the Florence Supermax prison ever reaches the outside world. However, reports indicate that many inmates suffer from deep depression, and every year, there are several cases of suicide, the tragic result of unbearable mental torture and loneliness. Dear viewers, These were some of the most terrifying prisons in the world, places where life itself becomes a punishment. Let us know in the comments what you think about today's report. And if you enjoy such informative and shocking documentaries, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, so you'll be the first to see our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.